Hi, all. This is Abhishek from Selenium Java training. So, as you know, I am mainly providing the training on Java and Selenium. So, basically, I start with the Java, then we start with the Selenium. In Selenium, we covered IDE, RC, WebDriver, Grid, then TestNG, then framework, Git, GitHub, and Jenkins, Maven, everything basically. So, I am creating this video mainly for the manual testing because sometimes people come from different background. They may not be from the testing background. If you are a manual tester, if you are okay and good with the manual testing, definitely you can start with the Selenium. If you are not aware of manual testing also, still you can start with the Selenium and Java. But in the interview, there will be some questions from manual testing also. In case interviewer asks you some questions, you need to know. If you are for testing background, that is well and good. If you are not from testing background, you need to know a little bit about manual testing also. And you should be able to answer. Because if you go for an interview, the interview questions will not be only on automation and Java. So a couple of people requested me to create, to share the manual testing content and all. So I thought to create a couple of free videos so that if you're not from a testing background, you can go through all these videos and you can, your manual testing concepts also will be clear. Okay, so let's talk about it. What is testing? Testing is nothing but you have to test something. Okay, it can be anything, any software. Like for example, Gmail. If you need to test Gmail, what are the things you are going to do? First, you are going to test whether you are able to log in or not. Or maybe you are going to test whether you can create a free account or not. Right? Once you can create an account, then you will check whether you should be able to log in or not. Once you are able to log in, you have to check you can write an email or not. You can change the font or not in the email. Then if you have to click and send button, and then you have to log in with the other email address and you have to see you have received that email or not, right? Basically you have to check all these things whether you can these functionalities are working fine or not. This is nothing but a testing, correct? Now same testing first you need to do manually. So once everything is fine manually, then normally you should go for automation, right? Anything. If I give you say flipkart.com, what are the testing you can do? First you will check whether you can log in an account, create an account or not. Then you have to log in with that account. You have to check whether login is working fine or not. Once login is working fine, then you have to say whether you are able to order some product or not. So you need to check all these things are working fine or not. Otherwise, just think about Flipkart. You have ordered some, some any mobile phone or anything, and actually in the back end it was not ordered properly, but you have paid and everything. If it was not tested, if it is not getting ordered properly, your order is not properly placed, so they will say that no, there is no order done from your end. Then you ordered, you paid the amount and all, everything, you have done it, but due to some bug it's not showing in their web page you have ordered something. So before any product, any software going into the market, you have to test it thoroughly. That is what is testing. Now if I talk about testing, let's try to understand. There is testing here. There are different kinds of testing available. One is manual testing, one is automation testing, one is performance testing. Manual testing is like you have to do it manually. Like as I told you, Flipkart, you will manually open that URL, flipkart.com. Then you will try to create an account. You will try to log in into that account. You will order some product. You will order different quantity. All these things you will do manually. It's nothing but you are going to open an account. For example, your test case will be given flipkart.com. You will go to this. You will open it in the browser and you will see first whether it's displaying correctly in the browser or not. All the links and everything. Then you will click on login and sign up. You will see new to Flipkart. You have to create a new account, enter mobile number, all these things you have to do manually. This is nothing but manual testing. And what is automation? Automation is same thing you have to do, but you will not be doing it manually. You will tell some tool that tool is going to do it. So what the tool is going to do? The tool is going to open this flipkart.com. Then he will click automatically here. He will click on the new to Flipkart. He will enter your mobile number or something, and then he will click on continue. Okay. So instead of you do it manually, you will ask some tool to do it. That is nothing but automation testing. Okay. So one is manual testing, which you have to do manually. Another one is automation testing. Automation testing, again, if you want to automate it, you need to use some tools, right, to automate. There are different tools available in the market. And automation testing, again, there is something called functional testing and there is something called database testing. What is functional testing? Basically, you are going to check the functionality. That is nothing but functional testing. In Flipkart, what are the functional testing? You will say login, whether you are able to create an account and all these things. These are called login. And then you have to check whether you are able to order some product or not. You will be selecting some product, correct? Then you will enter the quantity and you will say order now and all these things you have to go to the cart, you have to check. These are all functional. You are checking the functionality of the page, functionality of the software, whether it's working fine or not. So this is nothing but called functional testing. Now, for this functional testing, there are some tools available which are called functional automation testing tool. These are the some of the tools we have. Selenium, we have Coded UI, we have UFT, Sahi, IBM Rationalobit, Auto IT, Oracle Application Testing Suite. There are different tools available. Okay, so if you want to go for an automation, you have to learn any one of the tool. Nowadays, as you know, it's Selenium into the market and it's very popular. Everywhere it's Selenium. If you go for any job opening and see the automation testing opening, you will see 80 to 90% openings are with Selenium. Some opening you might say with Coded UI, Auto IT, OTS, or maybe Sahi or other tools, UFT. Correct? Got it? So what is automation? Same thing what you are doing manually, you are asking some tool to do it on behalf of you. Okay, so that is called automation. Now in the automation, there are something called functional testing. So which I just now did in the UI. Same thing you can do with the help of some tool instead of doing it manually. Another one is database testing. In that case, that is called backend testing also sometimes. So I need to, so there is some database right behind this page. Anyway, you open, you enter something. They are using some database, right? They are maintaining some database. You need to directly log in into that database and you have to test it. This is nothing but database testing. Database testing, also there are some tools available like DTM data generator, data factory, data proof, mockup data. So there are different tools available through which you can do the database testing. You have to check what is the relationship between different tables, how it is storing the data, whether it should not allow to store any invalid data or anything in the database. So this kind of testing, what is the here relationship between different tables and all. So you have to check all this stuff. Those are database testing. Instead of checking all these things, connecting to the database and writing the SQL query and doing it manually, you can do it with the help of some tools. These are the some tools available into the market for database testing. Third one is performance testing. What is performance testing? Performance testing is nothing but you have to check the performance of this. Think about this Flipkart. This Flipkart, maybe lakhs of people are accessing across the world right now, or Amazon, or Google, right? Crores of people are accessing Google webpage. So if a lot of people are, accessing this webpage, it might happen that, a lot of requests are going to their server, Google server or Flipkart server or what. Their application might, be down also because of lot of requesting to the server. It is called performance. You have to check the performance. How many users at a time can use it? Like we are withdrawing some money from the ATM. At the same time, lots of people are withdrawing the money from that, say, ICICI Bank ATM. Now there should not be any cross connection, right? I am withdrawing some money, you are also withdrawing. The amount which I am withdrawing, it should not deduct from your account. Your money should not get deducted from my account. And its server also should not go down because lakhs of people are active. They're called performance tests. For performance testing, you can't do it manually. That's not possible. So for performance testing, we have some tool to which you can help, like web load, load UI, JMeter, load runner, load, rational performance tester. Sorry, this will be the same line, rational performance tester, testing anywhere, OpenST. These are all different performance testing tools. Out of this, these two are very important. So if you are going for a testing background, if you are going to choose testing as a career, you need to know the manual, definitely. Plus, you need to know automation. So you don't need to go for both functional automation and performance. You can go with any one, automation or performance. In automation, again, you need to choose whether you want to choose the functional testing or you want to choose the database testing. In the performance testing, for example, if there are 100 QA in a team, you need say 80 QA for manual. Just think about it. And you need say around say 10 to 12 people for functional testing, functional automation testing, which they need to do. Remaining maybe 2 QA you need for database testing, and remaining 6 you need for performance testing. Or 6 is also more out of 100. So for automation, most of the people need the functional automation testing too. And slowly, the management will pull the QA people from manual to functional testing slowly. Because as soon as your software is developed, there are a lot of functionalities going to introduce. So we need more and more, QA to be involved in functional testing and to automate those functionality which you are testing till now manually. So most of the openings you will get with the functional testing. And some with the database testing. Some people need to check the database and some people need to monitor the performance also. To check the performance, you cannot, you cannot do it manually. You cannot open, thousands of browser and at a time trying to access some web page. So you need to use some tools, and through this tool, you have to enter the data into the database. These are the tools which will help you. So here, what is testing? Testing means you have to test something. To test something, you can do it manually. You can do it. You can automate it, and you have to check the functional testing. And you have to check the performance of that web. Okay, this is the high level of testing. In my corresponding video, I am going to slowly cover each and everything about the manual testing. Okay, and for automation and all, I have, I'm taking classes on Selenium as well as Java. So that, I can explain a little. So first of all, one is manual testing, one is automation testing. Under automation, there are functional, and one is database testing. These are the tools which will help you to do the functional testing. These are the tools which will help you to do the database testing. There are around 5-6 more tools are available. Same way functional, I just listed a couple of important tools. And in performance testing also, I have mentioned a couple of tools. There are a lot of tools available in the market for doing the performance testing. Okay, so if you choose testing as a career, this is manual testing which is required, which is common. It is must for everyone. Then, along with manual, only manual is not going to help you to get a job, as you guys are aware. That is not at all helpful. In India, still it's okay. But the class, whatever the class I am taking for the US guys and other guys, UK and Australia, from different Canada, different people are attending from different location. They are saying, Abhishek, if we are aware of only manual, there is no zero. In India, you might get some opening, but your salary and all will be very, very low. And we don't know also for how many years you can survive with the manual concept. You need any automation experience. And it's better to go with the functional because openings will be more with the functional. Database hardly, There will be a couple of opening. Performance also we don't need much. Couple of people can for the whole team. But functionality, there will be a lot of functionality and we need a lot of people. Okay, so this is the high level of testing. In the remaining videos, slowly I am going to cover all the concepts of manual testing. Okay, thank you.